Welcome back to another rendition of Floral Foolishness.
Sparks.
I
That
thought he was really going to say that bitch.
that's how he would say it. I don't know, I could the only thing I can say in Joe's voice is that bitch. So Sparks.
That's what you're getting into tonight, folks, or
Yep.
today, wherever you're
Welcome.
listening. So, welcome to the shit show that is Floral Foolishness, the worldwide leader, apparently
Oh, the
tonight.
worldwide,
The
the
worldwide.
worldwide leader in talking about that bitch.
And women's basket hoops coverage.
Talk about those bitches.
Oh, fuck. Oh, this is the episode where we
Tampa
get
doesn't
these
have a
fun.
team yet. Oh fuck, maybe that's next week. Maybe next week we name Tampa's WNBA team. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I've diverted us already. Fuck you, Natty Bo. I will live pleasantly.
Oh my goodness. We are having way too much fun and we know you are too. So thanks for joining us. If it's your first time, we're going to talk about a bunch of really dumb shit that goes on, all while having the same fucking Zoom background, no matter how ridiculous it is, while
Purple
rock
lines and all.
oh yeah, while rocking some very very classy island wear and oh sharks.
Spicy shark.
Spicy shark. Let's fucking go. So I'm Stotsy. He's Dragon Wrangler. We got some opening statements for y'all. Wrangler, hit him with some truth.
Yeah, no, I am gonna hit him with some truth. There's a story that came out this week that is very, very important to talk about here, and it is that Syracuse head football coach Fran Brown has a very interesting ritual. Uh, if they lose a game, the next day he refuses to shower, and
What?
the reason why, and I quote, I don't deserve soap. Winners get soap. So the next day, they interviewed they interviewed him and they talked. Honestly, I've got like a ritual when I lose. I don't even get into the shower until earlier this morning. I just be mad, brush my teeth. It's like I don't deserve soap. I don't deserve to do that at all. I'm just focused on trying to get back and try to make sure that our players mentally understand that I let them down. They didn't do it. I just wake up all night. So not only is there a lot of grammatical errors there, but the fact of this guy's fucking thing is that I don't deserve soap. Winners get soap. I really wish he'd gone on a rant about that. But I want to talk for a second here and go a little bit farther because as the worldwide leader in dumbass sports coverage, I feel like it's our job to give our viewers in-depth knowledge of this situation. Let's talk for a second here about 6-3 Syracuse. They beat Ohio to start the year, beat Georgia Tech in an upset, lost to Stanford 26-24. What do they do next week after Coach Brown doesn't shower? Come back and beat the piss out of Holy Cross 42-14. Beat UNLV 44-41, beat NC State 24-17, then number 19 Pitt shit kicks them 41-13. What do they do the next week? 38-31 overtime win against Virginia Tech to be followed up this past weekend by a 37-31 loss to Syracuse. So, all I'm saying, 3 p.m. Saturday, 11/16, Cal is 9.5 point favorites over Syracuse. If you believe in magic and voodoo and black magic and not showering, and you think that soap's overrated and belongs for winners, fucking bet on the underdog. You can win some serious money this weekend with a 9.5 point dog, Syracuse, whose coach hasn't showered since last week.
Holy shit. It only took like 35 plus at some point episodes for us to actually give maybe sound gambling advice.
It had to happen at some point. I mean,
And you were the only one it could have come from because I don't do that stuff.
I don't do it well, so I don't know if it should have come from me, but here we are.
However, we also have to say if you are gambling money on the fact that somebody is like, hygienics, is it going to happen tomorrow? Okay, that's maybe not sound
But let's
whatsoever.
be honest, though, college football coaches are insane. Like almost
Mm-hmm.
all of them are just insane.
Mm-hmm.
If this truly works, like let's say they beat Cal on Saturday, there's a chance that next year, like fucking Brian Kelly is just not showering the entire season. He's like, I need to be more devoted to my players and doing stupid TikTok dances with them when they're recruits to get them to commit to us. I don't have time to shower.
Smelly TikTok.
They're gonna start a
Smelly
TikTok trend if we haven't already.
TikTok. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, smelly TikTok at night. Yeah, yeah. Wow. So what happens if he loses the last game of the year?
I guess in theory he wouldn't shower again until next season, so you better win your bowl game. The nice thing is it's Syracuse. They're not going to a high level bowl. None of their players are sitting out. Not even fucking Kyle McCord, who's not very good. So they might win their bowl games because whoever they get matched up against, little prospects that don't play, they won't.
God, I miss the days of the old NCAA football when you could put on the old microchips PCS bowl. Oh yeah. And you would have like Troy, Alabama facing off against like Troy, Arkansas. And it was a beautiful time.
I miss some of the real bowls we've had over the years. The fucking Cheez-It Bowl, I think, still exists, but don't forget about like the Battle Frog Bowl. At
Mm-hmm.
one point in time, we had the Emerald Diamond Walnuts Bowl or something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the fucking Pop Tart Bowl. I mean,
Oh,
holy shit, instant classic just because of the mascot.
it's what I look forward to the most every single year is watching the Pop Tart dance.
Oh god, that thing is going to drag us into World War III, and we're here for it.
Just
How
over who gets to hang out with them, honestly.
right, right, okay. So thanks for that. Whatever that was, that
I don't even know.
shower, shower. Like we
He
shouldn't
doesn't
have to
deserve
say
soap.
this.
He doesn't deserve soap. Winners get soap. Soap is for winners.
Hey, just win every day for you, fine folks. Get that soap, baby. Just
I'd
get
like
that
to
soap.
think. All right, let's take it a step further, though. Hear me out for a minute, right?
All right.
So, when Coach Prime was at Jackson State, there was a severe water shortage in that part of Mississippi, which is
Mm-hmm.
fair because Mississippi is where swamp people live.
Mm-hmm.
But they did the documentary Coach Prime Year One, which I don't think Coach Prime Year Two when he went out of Colorado ever happened. But anyway, so there was this whole thing about like they didn't have water, so like their practices were like weird because they didn't have water breaks. They had to, I think they literally hired like a water truck to come in. Anyway, where I'm going with this, right? Here's my thought. NCAA college football. What we do is at the end of the year, every college bowl, you're playing for soap, and the losing team doesn't get allowed to use soap until the following season. You want players to stop holding out to go to the NFL, and you want guys to start taking bowls seriously. Tell them they're not allowed to shower with soap for a year.
The solution is so easy for that. It's like, okay, I'm transferring.
I'm
or,
transferring to a team that didn't make a bowl. We get all the soap.
or I'm going pro in something other than sports. There you go, NCAA. There's your byline against
We're
you.
all going pro in something other than sports.
Yeah. We went pro and being dumbasses talking about sports. So there you go. Yeah, it all comes around, doesn't it? All right. So thanks for that. Oh, I got a couple things this week. So here's a question for you. I guess that's the best way to start this. You have a Rolls Royce and three dumbass friends. Uh, how are you going to make money off of that? Just those two things. Those are the only two things you have. How are you going to make money off of a Rolls Royce and three dumbass friends? And you can't just sell or lease your Rolls Royce.
I mean, I'd like to think that if you, me, Benner, and Alonzo had a Rolls Royce and make a podcast and make money off of it, but we've already proven that's not the case. So,
We got to have
probably.
both of them on in the titles, the Rolls Royce podcast.
I'd or the making money with a Rolls Royce podcast. So I'd probably say, oh, a simple solution. I got the answer to this. we're gonna park it super close to other cars and like wait like behind buildings and walls and in alleys for somebody in like a parallel parking situation to be so tightly parked that they hit us and then jump out and be like, my Rolls Royce worth $150,000. I don't want to take you to court, so just give me, I don't know, 5 grand right now for the damage you clearly did to my bumper by hitting this when I was very legally parked, not too close to you. And you know what? We'll call it even. We'll call it a day. It's okay.
Okay, now you have to act out the rest of us in this car because I assume that's what you're going to do. You're going to jump out and say all that. So, okay,
I'm gonna be too
I'll
drunk
do
to say
me. No, no,
that.
I'll no. You already said it. It's already in the waves.
Okay.
So I'll do me. And then I guess you can.
I got
I'll
Benner
let
and
you.
you can be Zoe.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna like jump out of this fucking Rolls Royce. All right. And I'm just gonna go up to the guy and it's like, whoa, sir, have you ever heard of McCochran, and McCochran law? All while you're saying this. So now he's getting it from both angles.
That's fair. So then Benner obviously jumps out and just goes, "Whoa, bro, these snozberries taste like snozberry. What? Why is there a tiger man behind you?" Go on. And then Zoe,
I'd also like to add to Benner's part, he starts licking the back window of the other car. Um, we
you
don't
guys
know
know these hubcaps don't come off?
why. The best part is somehow he has a hubcap that belongs to neither vehicle, and he is still licking the window. So that there's the fun part of that
When
joke.
did Rolls-Royce start using Honda Civic hubcaps?
Tastes like 1994. Ah, and then Zoe's just out there making like fucking dad jokes, like, "Oh yeah, yeah." So it looks like you really took a shit on hitting us, didn't you, bro? I'm the lawyer he's talking about. Yeah. So that's one way. That's how we would handle it.
I think it's a good
Um,
option. What's yours?
uh, so mine is actually based on a true story out of the state of California.
Okay, I'm
In
curious.
which four dudes were like, "We have a Rolls Royce. How do we make money off of it?" And one guy's like, "Hold on, fam, I got you." In which the guy dressed up in a fucking bear suit and pretended to attack the fucking Rolls Royce.
How is there money to be made off of that? Because of the damage that the bear did?
Yeah, exactly. It's called insurance fraud.
Right, but you don't get the full value of your Rolls Royce.
Oh hell no, they weren't looking for that, and it's not like he's doing that much damage either. He's just kind of like rawr, rawr.
But if I'm very confused by this. If the Rolls Royce was titled to one of them,
Mm-hmm.
they're getting less money than they paid for it. How is that different
Well,
than just selling it?
yeah, dude. Hey, all I'm saying is we had a better idea than these four dudes who had a Rolls Royce.
We wouldn't have
So
lost money, so yeah.
hell no, hell no. Speaking of losing money, and thank you so much for bringing that up. The Onion today at the time of recording made a semi-major media purchase of a once Alex Jones run podcast of sorts. So the Onion, I would like to make our pitch to you. We're not bankrupt, but my God, if you call us, we will fucking be there.
I mean, we're not bankrupt individually, although as a show, technically we kind of are because neither one of us put any of our money into it, just our time and love. So arguably our show actually is bankrupt.
Our show is bankrupt. Play some like Sarah McLaughlin music in the background. Like imagine like a printed out Spotify sheet in a cage, and it's cold and it's snowing and there's ice. What will you do? What will you do? And you see the little Spotify thing like hung up on the cage, and it says the Onion. You can help this poor podcast.
I mean, you could.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly,
So
not even with money. Just give us a little publicity. That'd probably be all we need.
yeah, some publicity.
I feel like
Okay,
their fans are probably our fans. That it's a very similar type of idiot that would listen to us versus read them.
dude, no, I'm telling you. Okay, so they advertise they have 4.3 trillion viewers. So by their own demographics, I believe that we have a traffic of about 600 million. Okay, so
It's
that's
fair.
yeah, I think that's a fair, equitable amount.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
so look, all you gotta do, Onion, send us some Onion Hawaiian shirts. All right, like rock a 5XL for your boy. All right. Jay, I don't know. He's probably doing an XL or a 2XL
With two
because
these days, more
he's up
so
to two.
off of length than off of width. It's everyone's,
Yeah.
but I need the length.
Yeah. I'm sort of in the same boat, but whatever. It don't matter. Just,
Either way.
5X, 2X, we'll rock them shits. We're part of you then. All right.
The
That's
other
all we
option, if
want.
you don't want to give us Hawaiian shirts, instead of buying us, let's just merge. You can bring your 6 million followers. We'll bring our 12, and that's basically even. So we'll have 6 million
Mm-hmm.
and 12 followers.
Yeah.
Although,
Yes.
actually, are we arguably, I guess we fall in the boat of onion followers. So actually, it'd be at 6 million and 10, but that's okay.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. So, I mean, with all of this, it would be, Floral Foolishness Info Wars, which I think would be a lot funnier. But
Moral foolishness, dot, 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 dot. Onion sports.
hell
There's not
yes.
a lot of onion sports in the world. That doesn't really work that well. Maybe this isn't who we want to sponsor us.
No, I'm going for brand recognition here, man. All right, because I look. All right, in December, I want to have an episode where I name the sexiest man alive. Okay, just like the Onion fucking does. Okay,
Well, that
and
can't happen because it's obviously the guy over your left shoulder.
obviously, obviously. Oh God, is
Time
Trump gonna
Magazine needs to name me the sexiest man, or they're all a bunch of bitches.
is Trump gonna finally pardon him? Ooh, man,
Fucking
spicy,
hope so.
spicy. Yeah.
Actually, no. Trump doesn't like the gays, and Joe is very gay.
That bitch. All right. But anyways, Onion, holler at us. Give us a call if you like what you hear. Fans, if you like what you hear, we love having you on here. Let's go ahead and get into the first topic. Usually a little bit more serious, but this week it's fucking not. So a couple nights ago, Tuesday
To be
night.
fair, for most other podcasts out there, this topic actually would be serious, but if that's what you want, we're not the show for you.
No. And I totally forgot I was going to do something. Um, Everybody, I just want to give you a happy Thursday. If you're not seeing online, I'm about to
Woo!
crack open a happy Thursday. They're
Hell yeah.
fantastic drinks if you
Who
like
makes them?
strawberries. Oh, don't ask me difficult questions. I don't know. Happy Thursday? Anyways,
Don't
find
you
them
drive me to the devil's house, monkey.
find them at a fine beverage distribution agent near you. But getting back to the topic at hand. So tonight's Thursday. So a couple nights ago, Tuesday, Duke men's basket hoops lost to Kentucky's bourbon filled squad 77 to 72.
The Kentucky anti-Calipari's.
Mm-hmm. But the story coming out of the game is the continuing cramping issues with the Duke program. So, for example, freshman center and projected lottery pick Kaman Maluak, which is probably not how you say that, was
Yeah, no, I don't know either. I just wanted to hear you say it.
thanks for that, was
Welcome.
limited to just 10 minutes in the second half due to cramping. And in Duke's win over Army on last Friday night, projected number one pick Cooper Flagg, not to be confused with literary not superstar Randall Flagg,
Greatest athlete ever to come out of the state of Maine.
missed the majority of the second half due to cramping as well. So, for those who do not know, basketball or basket hoops is an indoor sport with many water breaks. In fact, they bring athletic trainers to this. They do stretching a lot.
And they allow players to drink water before the game too, if they want. I know it's crazy.
Before,
Most won't.
during, and after. Like
Oh,
like most sports you would hear about at any civilization. So, what do you make of the cramping issue, and what is the real cause? We'll start with that question. The second question is how does Coach John Shire resolve the cramping?
All right. So, a lot of thoughts on this. One, I think the real cause, in all seriousness, and I'm going to go on a tangent for a second, but I think the real cause is big time college athletic programs need to stop hiring head coaches who are first time head coaches. And I'm going to equate this for a second here to University of Michigan football, right? University of Michigan football, the most storied program in the history of college football, the winningest program in the history of college football, arguably could get any coach in the country if they wanted to. Jim Harbaugh leaves, and what do? They bump up their offensive coordinator, who's been an offensive coordinator for one season and never been a head coach before. And now they need to beat Northwestern this weekend, who's not terrible, to be bowl eligible coming off a national championship. Duke, you replace a legend, one of the top five, probably top three greatest college basketball coaches of all time, and Mike Krzyzewski. And you hire John Shire, who I understand is a Duke alumni, but he's not the greatest Duke alumni. JJ Redick, the head coach of the Lakers, had a better Duke career than John Shire. He had a better NBA career than John Shire. And John Shire, yeah, he was on the staff before, but similarly, he's never been a head coach. John Calipari left to take the Arkansas job. You're telling me they couldn't gotten John Calipari to be the head coach in Duke? Where I'm going with this is what I think this truly comes down to is inexperience in a lot of realms. Inexperience from the sense of the one and dones are at every program now, but one and dones are stupid, right? Like you're 18, 19 years old. You don't know how to care for your own body in a college setting, in a college environment. So what I think it really comes down to is John Shire's lack of experience at that level. Having never been a head coach of an ACC or a program of that extent before, I think what it comes down to is he just doesn't know how to manage his players' bodies, their workloads, and their intake. Because similarly to college football, college basketball is like basically a limitless budget in the top 10, and Duke falls into that category. If you wanted to say, hey, every single day, I want every student athlete in my program to eat filet mignon 4 meals a day, they would say, all right, you're the Duke basketball coach. That's what you guys need to win. Here you go. Blank check, make it happen. What that says to me is either he's not putting the right people around him or the right people are around him and he's basically saying, fuck you, I know better. Let's go ahead and do this. So that's truly what I think the answer is. But what's the real cause to this? Hermit crabs. And I'm going to tell you why. So hear me out. Stotzi and I went to college at a big basketball school. Said big basketball school, we had a lot of basketball players in class with us. Some of these
Son of a
basketball
bitch.
players were smart. Some of these basketball players were not smart. Now, what I could see happening in a very realistic scenario is one basketball player would be like, yo, Duke, we got a weekend off. What do? We're going to the beach, yo. They go to the beach. They're driving down the beach and they see a sign that says hermit crabs for sale. And they're like, whoa, what the fuck is a herman crabs? And they're like, I gotta go see this shit. They go in there and they're like, I can buy and own what it is? Oh shit. So they buy a hermit crab, and the guy's like, hey man, here's the deal. Here's the deal. They need salt water. Hermit crabs don't live in fresh water like you and I. They need salt poured into their water, or else they're gonna die. So they get back, and said very smart basketball player that we definitely didn't go to school with would be like, oh, yo, this hermit crab, he thriving when he puts salt in his water. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put salt in my water. I'm going to be as healthy as my hermit crab. Neville, you and me, we homies. That's the whole name of his hermit crab, Neville. Neville, I'm going to have the same diet you have, salt water for days. Next thing you know, he's drinking salt water every single day. And you know what salt does? it dries you the fuck up. Next thing you know, cramps everywhere. So Cooper Flag and other guy that I don't remember the name of, stop having hermit crabs and stop having their diet, and you will be better at basketball.
Yep. So Neville the Hermit Crab is the episode title. There we go. Okay, I'm glad you didn't go where I thought you were going to go with that.
I don't
Fantastic
even know
call.
if I want to know where you thought I was going to go with
You
that.
don't. You don't. You don't. Um. Okay. So, so what do I make of this issue? It's very obvious he does not have the right people around him. Okay,
Yeah.
and today it's very common for any Division One, not just profit making sport, to have a fucking dietitian that's assigned to the team.
Yep.
That's normal. Okay, they have meal plans. They have, here's what you should be doing. Here's, basically a weekly eating regimen. Here's what you should be doing, with the workload. All of that stuff.
Mhm.
I don't want to call it scientific at this point, but we're getting a lot closer than we were, say, 10 years ago.
True.
Okay. So, what I make of this issue is either A, he has a dietitian um, who cannot spell diet, or B, he's just not even listening to this dietitian and saying, no, fuck that. You guys like to, I don't want to use your example against you, but it is a good one. Like if you go in an all
Hermit
meat,
crab one?
no, the filet mignon
Are you trying
little
to say
bit
the
you
hermit
throw out.
crab one wasn't a good example?
No, that was a fantastic example.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. That's why this works.
It does. It does. But the filet mignon, like if you eat nothing but filet mignon for a couple of weeks, yeah, you're going to lose a lot of weight. But at the same time, your muscles are going to do things you did not want them to do. Yeah, you're going
True.
to feel a little bit more energetic, but you're not going to be as elastic as you were for
True.
a number of reasons, unless you're taking supplements. So,
Well, but the supplements are really important too, and not to cut you off here, but with that, and who knows what they're giving them in the weight room, but every Division One program is giving you supplements. A lot of programs will give you whey protein. Some will give you creatine. They give you creatine. What does creatine do? It
breaks your
literally,
muscles.
exactly, it breaks your muscles, and it also fucks with how much water they're able to hold or to release. And because of that, if you're not taking that in the right doses, cramping.
Yeah. And so I think it's a lot of that of, oh, I look at me, king of the castle. I am the head coach at the Duke
I have a
University
chair.
basketball.
I have a chair. King of
Oh
the-
yes. My neighbor, he don't have no chair. Yes, he is North Carolina. He is peasant boy. High five, super win.
His
But
name Hubie. He have no potassium. We at Duke #1 exporter potassium.
they should be importing it into their fucking athletes' bodies.
It all works out.
Goddamn right. So look, coach is obviously not listening to someone in this situation. And it's sad, really, because Duke has all the talent in the world. All right. They did under Coach K, but they won. But in this situation where you're cramping up against a team that you should be up by 15 at the half and your players aren't even making it that long, there is a real fucking problem here.
Mhm.
Which I would also submit is the real cause of the cramping here. But because you brought up a fucking hermit crab example, I don't feel like my answer is legit here. So,
By our show standards, it's not.
yeah, this is no time.
Trying to get sponsored by The Onion. Do better.
Yes, the Onion,
Trying to get
4.3
sponsored by the
trillion.
Wall Street Journal. Come on, they don't give a fuck.
Who's that? I don't know them. I only like legitimate news sources. The finest news sources, if you will. So what is the real cause of cramping? I was actually going to use an example from our time at our alma mater, one place that some people used to go to called Scandals.
Oh, I've been.
I went to. I had to have shots afterwards. And not the kind that were fun, I think. I don't know. So scandals, for those of you who don't know the geography of almost North Carolina, South Carolina towns.
It's on the border.
Yeah,
Yep.
from let's call it like 20 years ago about this point. So scandals, you walked in and it was like, holy shit, you need a tetanus shot before you got to the door. And then you went in and it was
You
just
walk in at 18
something.
years old and you're like, man, I'm the youngest person drinking here. Oh, wait, no, I'm the oldest person drinking here. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, those 14-year-olds would get you.
Rolling
So
Rock Hill. Anyway,
yeah, they will. I was trying not to mention the town, but there you go. Um, this place also closed down for probably foreseeable reasons if you're keeping up. So yeah, my the real cause of the cramping is they went and got uncurable super gonorrhea from scandals, obviously.
Candles moved to Philadelphia?
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Philadelphia
It
is
always
always
belonged in
yes,
Philadelphia.
yes, yes. There it
That's
is.
fair.
There it is. There it is. All right. So how does head ball coach John show you resolve this?
Well, the non-onion related answer is obviously he either puts better people around him that know what the fuck they're doing at a Duke salary, or he starts listening to said people. But my better answer that's actually going to solve this problem, what he does is he buys just tanks upon tanks of sea stars. Because according to AI and Google, what eats hermit crabs? Sea stars are predators of hermit crabs.
So you're declaring war on the ocean.
I'm
That's how.
declaring war on one specific irrelevant to the ocean thing in hermit crabs. If there's sea stars everywhere and they try to bring their hermit crab into fucking Cameron Indoor, guess what? That bitch is getting eaten. You can't feed yourself salt when your hermit crab doesn't need the water. Or the other option, I suppose, would in this scenario just be to replace every salt shaker with a pepper shaker, but keep it the same color, but just put pepper inside of it. And then every time they're trying to put salt into their water, they're just dumping pepper in there. That's not going to do anything to your pH balance. So really, there's two very legitimate options here.
And they're in North Carolina, which is obviously the South, which means that pepper is spicy. So they're going to drink more water, which means they're going to be double hydrated. Yeah.
John Shire, I know you're listening to our podcast right now. Hire us. We'll come.
Yeah.
Only as a part-time job, but I'm in for like 5 hours a week through
look at
Zoom.
look at me, coach. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Does this not say the epitome of diet? I'm glad I got through that. I didn't think I was.
All I'm saying is, I don't think you would cramp up if you tried to fucking play a basketball game right now. You know why? You and I can both hold some water weight.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I got water for days.
We playing half court in this bitch, but you getting thrown into the wall, baby.
Play 4 on offense. I got you your 5th on D. Let's go.
Oh shit. Where were you at Rec League a couple years ago? Yeah. So how does Coach Shire resolve this issue? Obviously you tell your players to stop going to the Philadelphia scandals. Obviously. You put security cameras up in that
The
mode.
obvious solution.
It really
Philadelphia is so close to Duke.
It's only Pennsylvania. It's only like a 7-hour commute from there, right? Seven,
Give or
8 hours.
take. Give or take.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fuck. It's okay. Just set up some traffic stops. You got time. You got time.
Stop playing Temple. Problem solved.
They're not a real sports school, anyways. It's fine. Hell, we survived in
The
Temple.
mascot is that. We really did. We weirdly wound up, 4 of us, you and I, in a fucking Temple dorm room, which it turns out is in the fucking hood. Who knew that?
Oh my god. That so
Delicious food right below, though, for what it's worth. The Midnight Owl, or whatever the hell they call it, had great fried shit.
that was awesome.
Saying.
Yeah. They were great, but God, we were driving in. And it's like, yeah, okay, I found this place on the cheap. That was my bad. Fuck,
We
don't
were
ever
good.
go
We were
cheap
good
for
until
Philly.
dudes on fucking ATVs just drove across the street, and that was the turning point. If guys on ATVs cross your path, treat as a black cat, turn around and go the other way.
No, 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 no. You see, Wrangler misremembers this because they overtook us from all sides in fucking dirt bikes and ATVs. All right. So these just fucking dudes on a one-way street are just like, whew, and just,
ATV gang, 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 gang.
yeah.
That's gonna be
So
my Nardo for the week.
it should be. It should be. And that's the next segment. So the last point on this one that I'm going to make is in general, if you don't want to cramp up, don't go to Philadelphia. Let's just leave it at that. And let's
Yep.
go ahead and get into our Nardo Wick Poetry Slam, unofficially sponsored by Scandals of Rock Hill. So, what do you got for the people for Nardo this week?
All right, I've got a song called Work by Phoenix Flexin, O Geezy, and Shoreline Mafia. And it goes, A, hello wave, we the wave, comma, bitch. Look around, ain't hard to tell we getting paid, bitch. Bad word, try it on my mama. We gon' bang quick. Da Diego. I don't know where the
The
fuck that comes from.
Da Diego is where it came from, sir.
Da Diego. Looking at her on the gram. I'm looking at her on my camera. Hey, that doesn't rhyme. Cam would have. Freaky white bitch. I feel like Tony Montana. Feel like Tony. Couple
Cocaine?
$1,000. We gonna pour it in a Fanta. Pour it up. She told me go to work, so I'm whipping out the hammer. Pull that dick out.
What the fuck?
I wish I knew. I really wish I knew. And then there's a whole bunch of other verses that aren't nearly as good as that one. But let's see. It goes Geezy, he that bad word, he putting that shit on. I'm at Met Gala, Celine, and put Supreme from head to toe. Doesn't rhyme. I'll chill with my queen, but turning up with these hoes. Tell the truth in the booth, I could never be exposed. And then it goes back to, I guess this is the chorus. Looking at her on the gram. I'm looking at her on my camera. Again, doesn't rhyme. Freaky white bitch, feel like Tony Montana. Couple $1,000. We gonna pour it in a Fanta. She told me go to work, so I'm whipping out that hammer. Pull the dick out.
Poetry's alive and well, folks.
Yep. Yep.
Let's just wait for you to say something.
I
He's just over here making all sorts of faces.
I don't have words. I Shoreline Mafia said what was on my mind.
So I went a little bit old school with mine. So the Utes may not have remembered this one as well as we did. Um,
Oh,
but I got to tell you, at the time that this came out, I was working in a movie theater, and
hell yeah.
I knew every time we had to go into this theater, shit was gonna pop off, as the Utes would say.
Are you singing some Pop Smoke? Pop
Oh,
off?
oh, something like that. This is a song by a one Mr. Ludacris called Act a Fool.
I was thinking you're gonna splash waterfalls. Fire away, dude.
That's next week. So Act a Fool, it goes drop too fast, drop too furious. I'm too fast for y'all, man. Drop too fast, drop too furious. Oh, I'm too fast for y'all, man. Ah, you just come home from doing a bid. Tell me what you gonna do. Act a fool. Somebody broke in and cleaned out your crib, boy. What you gonna do?
The
Act a fool.
crib.
Just bought a new pair and they scuffed your shoes. Tell me what you gonna do. Act a
Act the
fool.
fool.
Now them cops trying to throw you in them county blues, boy. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna act a fool. That just sounds sad.
It does.
Yeah.
talking about gats, traps, cops, and robbers. It's 911. Please call the doctor. Evacuate the building and trick the pigs. Since everybody want a piece, we gonna split your wigs. See, some fool slipped up and overstepped their boundaries. You about to catch a cold. Stay the fuck from around me. You peeps talking about what kind of shit's he on. Y'all disappear like poof. Bitch be gone. You think 12 gonna catch me? Give me a break. I'm supercharged with the hideaway license plate. It seems they want to fingerprint me and give me some years. They'll only get one finger while I'm shifting gears. That's the middle finger. I got suede on my roof, wood grain on the dash, sheepskin on the rug, golden grain on the stash, hydraulics all around. So I shake the ride. We go front, back, side to side. What? Oh, yeah. This was the real shit back in the day, guys. Oh my gosh. But honestly, the intro is why I want to go with this song.
Boom.
Yeah. The one of the hip songs from Too Fast, Too Furious, obviously.
I thought it was from Tokyo Drift. Shit, I was close.
Yeah, if only there were hints for this one. Again, dropped.
I'm Japan fast, Japan furious for y'all, man.
He to Japan for y'all, man. That's probably racist.
Depends on the context, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So, anyways, that's
we've already got two topics for next week. Because the topic number 2 now is what context is he's to Japan for y'all, man, racist in.
Everyone. Let's just end this one right now. It's every single fucking one, and I shouldn't have said that, but that's okay. That's all right. Arigato. We move on Friday night.
You're not Japan enough for that, man.
No, I am not. I have zero Japanese in me. And most of my friends are Korean. I'm not gonna lie. So
I mean, they gave a sigh, so Gangnam Style.
whoop, whoop, whoop. On Friday night, 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Jeremy wrote it in as Moke Tyson, M-O-K-E.
He doesn't know his own name at this point. He's been punched in the head a lot. I might not be wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, he might be going by that.
I wrote this whole fucking script sober, too. That's the sad thing.
Oh, that is sad. Anyways, so 58-year-old former Golden Glove, former heavyweight champion of the fucking world, Mike fucking Tyson, will compete in his first professional boxing match in 20 years.
Mike Tyson loves tigers.
He fucking does love tigers, and so do we. As he faces off against a guy who I assume does not love tigers, a little bitch boy, 27-year-old named Jake Paul.
Probably hates tigers. Fuck that guy. He probably doesn't ever wonder what tigers dream of when they take a little tiger sleep.
This is hardcore journalism for you. Pure independent reporting, of course. According to Tyson, a former boxing world champion, quote, I don't want to try and talk like him because I think it's
that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
You just said that people are to Japan for me, so I'd probably just say it in your voice.
Yeah, I will. Too fast for y'all, man.
Too furious.
Now what fucking Iron Mike Tyson said before, I'm bringing the devil himself into the ring, and that
you bringing Elon?
You think Elon Musk is the devil? Oh my god. All right.
I mean, think about it for a minute here. Think about it for a minute, right?
Okay.
What does the devil love? Pissing people off. What does everything Elon's ever made do? Piss people off. It's the slow game.
I mean, PayPal was okay. I can't believe I just defended Elon Musk. He is the fucking devil. Fuck him.
Edit it.
Nope. It's staying raw. We raw dogging that one. What a fucked episode this was.
Yeah, from your side, I feel like I'm doing about the norm for myself. I haven't gone too far, I don't think. Who knows? Who knows?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes we all show up. We show up at different times, different
I
points.
remember to say bad word when I was in the Nardo. Who knows? I feel like I've done all right.
Yeah. Hey, I feel like I trapped myself with my Nardo, so that's okay. Um, so,
You just
anyways,
deceptioned yourself. Anyways.
going back in time for a little bit. Iron Mike Tyson originally said, quote, "I'm bringing the devil himself into the ring," unquote. And that another quote, "My own mother should be very careful if she has to get in the ring with me," unquote. For context, Lorna Mae Tyson passed away when Mike was just 16 years old. So for those of you who are like, how old did he say like 3 minutes ago? That was 48 years ago. Okay. That was quite a fucking while. So let's call it 1976 if rough math like pans out there.
That's better than mine. I didn't even try when I was sober.
Yeah. So Iron Mike technically threatened to knock out a ghost at the very least. Okay. So when in the context, so we got a three-parter here. In the context of this fight itself, between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, who wins the fight? Let's just start with that one, and we'll get to the other two here in a sec.
All right. So I got a what do I think will happen and a what do I think should happen here. All right. What do I think will happen is I think every time Jake Paul fights, he makes a behind the scenes deal of, hey, here's how much fucking money we can make. Let's not knock each other out. Let's basically hug for 10 rounds because it's an exhibition. Because I don't want to fight real fighters. I'd probably get knocked the fuck out. Let's make an exhibition. And then at the end of 10 rounds, I'll win by decision. But it's okay because I'll give you a bigger cut and then we both make a lot of money. What should slash might happen, and I fucking pray that it does because it would be incredible. I hope what happens is that Jake Paul doesn't realize that Mike Tyson is a certifiable insane person. Like he is fucked in the head. I think everything he's saying right now is not for show. I think he truly means it. And I think there's a certain level of that they may have made this backroom agreement of, hey, you can make a lot of money. Let's super fight. You'll get all this. I'll give you a bigger cut, whatever. And as soon as they step into the ring, Iron Mike forgets that he's 58 and he's like, I'm 25, fucking boxing for my life again. I was having a conversation yesterday with some of the other coaches. For context, Mike Tyson has said in the past, I never boxed for the money and I never boxed for the fame. I boxed to hurt people because my childhood was painful and I want to inflict the same amount of pain on other people that I had inflicted on me. There's a chance that Iron Mike, being a certifiably insane human being, forgets the agreement they made and mauls. I mean, absolutely mauls Jake Paul. And I pray for like a second round Mike Tyson knockout of Jake Paul because it's the first time he's been in a real boxing match.
I agree with everything you just said. I think when the fucking first bell rings, it is over for Jake fucking Paul. We are talking about Iron Mike fucking Tyson,
Insane person.
who beat the shit out of people who were quote unquote invincible before. Okay. This guy is such a fucking psychopath. He bit a dude's ear off and made friends with him afterwards.
Yep.
Okay. Like
Yep.
Jake Paul has done some real fucked up shit. Okay. That has crossed a lot of lines, but not, I think, for the same mental reasons that Mike Tyson has.
Everything Jake's done is for money or fame.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's
Not
attention.
not a single thing Iron Mike has ever done has been for money or for fame. He could give a shit about either.
Minus his appearances in the Hangover movies.
Fair. That's the one thing he's ever done for money or for fame.
Yeah. And someone said, hey, I want to fight you. Okay. And, Evander Holyfield is training Jake Paul and some of the stuff that's come out of that camp has
The
been,
guy that got his ear bitten off is the one training Jake Paul.
yeah,
Dude, come on, let's not
yeah,
have
he's
that
in,
guy be your trainer.
yeah. Well, okay, so there's some celebrity there, but
There.
and Evander has said, okay, he's got some fight in him and stuff. But really, if you're in his corner and at that point, you're just trying to hype up the match because, oh my God, it's Evander's guy versus Mike Tyson, right? And that's all you really got to say is, yeah, he's got some fight in him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
tune into Netflix, baby.
Not, oh, the world's ready. No, he's got some fight in him, or turn it into Stream East. Either way, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, after this, Mike Tyson is going to sign a $5 million deal with AARP to go and beat the shit out of people. All right. Like, it is going to be fucking ruthless. I mean, this dude fought in in the middle of the goddamn Rust Belt where people are like,
Yeah.
what am I going to do today? Well, I think I'm going to get tetanus and go and get drunk and then maybe fight some dudes for fun. And he was the one who came out on top significantly, by the way, and said, let's fucking go
Yeah.
and beat the shit out of everybody.
Somebody was telling me a story yesterday about the Mike Tyson earlier in his career was so he was always like a massive Muhammad Ali fan. And so there is a dude who basically like wouldn't say Muhammad's name, didn't want to say it, and then beat Muhammad. And after Ali retired, Mike Tyson fought the guy and beat him. And when he beat him, he beat the fuck out of him. And afterwards, Tyson was like, the only reason I fought this guy was to do honor to fucking Ali. I was in there to kill him. Like I was in there to fucking kill the guy. And that's who Mike Tyson is. He is certifiably fucking insane. If you think a handshake backroom agreement is going to get that guy not to try to murder you, good luck. Good fucking luck.
And let's put it into perspective here, okay? This match was delayed because of an injury to Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
okay? Not he could have went out there with the injury, saved face, and okay, everybody had a fun time. Look, the old guy fought the young guy, and it
Yep.
was whatever. But he was like, no, let's fucking reschedule because he
Yep.
wanted to be up for this fucking shit. Oh, I'm getting fucking giddy about this. I can't
Dude,
wait for the fucking
I'm fired up.
yeah. And if you're not, then, like go watch some Jake Paul videos of him
Yeah.
making fun of people who committed suicide in the suicide forest. So to get back to the fun parts of this show, couldn't Mike Tyson, going back to his comments about knocking out his mother, who we alluded to as being a potential ghost, could Mike Tyson?
The only way it would make sense, or a zombie, I guess, but probably a ghost.
Okay, we'll go with both. Could Mike Tyson knock out a zombie? We'll go with that first. And then could Mike Tyson knock out a ghost?
Mike Tyson could definitely knock out a zombie. Like, I think he'd actually knock a zombie's head off. Could he knock out a ghost? Probably not. I don't think you can punch a ghost. I think there's a loophole there. I think he might knock himself out trying to knock out a ghost.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. So, for the easy one, like Walking Dead fucking style. This is the cutscene from the first like bit where Rick is walking out of the fucking hospital. He sees the little girl, and the little girl's like, and so what wasn't shown was Iron Mike like, oh, I got this shit, and just fucking boom, gone. Zombies taken care of.
Mike Tyson's a rapper now. Anyway,
Mike Tyson can be whatever the fuck he wants to be. He's going to be whatever the fuck he wants to be. So could Mike Tyson knock out a ghost? I think he's going to go one round with the ghost and then realize, okay, I actually can't hit this thing. So he comes out round two, doesn't only knock himself out, but because of the force of the punch, knocks himself out completely and then knocks out the ghost, if you get what I'm saying.
I love the logic there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the third part to this question, what other non-human things would you like to see Iron Mike try to knock the fuck out?
Number one, a cactus. I think Mike Tyson trying to fight a cactus would be amazing because the first punch he'd like hit as hard as he could, and the cactus needle would go like Wolverine style into him, and he'd be like, "Ah, this cactus, this cactus came in and hit me." And I can't do a very good Mike Tyson. That was my list. Anyway, Mike Tyson. And then he'd be like, fuck you, cactus. I hate you more now. And then, cactus, you bit me again. And he'd just keep getting punched and just getting more and more progressively angry until the cactus had no pricks left. And then by that point in time, he's just going to basically just knock the cactus the fuck out with just cactus fungus. Um,
I'm so glad you did that segment because that completely erases everything I said about Japan. Are you making fun of Iron fucking Mike Tyson?
it's warranted. If Mike and I ever meet, he's gonna kill me anyway. So let's just add to it. How fucking Ray Lewis has a fucking murder that he got away with, and Mike Tyson somehow doesn't is mind blowing.
I'm sure he has. That's how good he is. We just haven't heard about it.
OJ, you're really fucking bad at crime if Mike Tyson can get away with shit. Anyway, what other non-human things would I like to see Mike Tyson try to knock out? I think him fighting Gritty would be really entertaining. I don't know why. More so than anything else, I think because Gritty has a helmet on, and so Gritty would just try to block it with his head, but he'd keep punching the helmet. I just like to see how that plays out. And then finally, I think Mike Tyson versus a gargoyle would be really entertaining as well.
Mm.
Not like Gargoyle, like live, like the kids show that we used to watch back in the day, but like an actual just stone gargoyle. He'd punch it and it would like just stay there and he'd be like, "Ow, you don't move when I hit you. Punch, punch. Mike Tyson, punch that."
Oh yeah. Yep. All of my sins are erased. Although you did give me a good idea. I would like to see him fight a street shark going back to our youth.
He wouldn't have roller skates. He'd be at a disadvantage unless you put them both on roller skates and advantage Iron Mike.
Oh yeah. Iron Mike is fucking shredding, bro, in more ways than one. I would also like to see Iron Mike God, I don't know if they would actually be considered human ish in this instance, but I would actually like to see Iron Mike knock out Spider Man.
It's less human than human. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like quasi spider, like mostly human. I don't know. It's kind of in that gray area. And it's not a Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield thing. I just think, like, put it in perspective,
You
right?
can't you can't knock out Tobey Maguire Spider-Man because he's already knocked out by his own feelings. Fucking emo emotions just ate his ass up.
Yeah, yeah. So that that would be another one. The throwaway here, and I thought you were going to get this, was a kangaroo. I don't know, like the boxing kangaroo, and then they kick you. I don't know. That was a thing from the
Well,
youth.
that'd be cheating by boxing terms. So
Well, kangaroos cheat. Come on, man.
fair. They are arguably a top five most cheating animal in the animal kingdom.
Yeah, yeah. And then I last, but certainly fucking not least, I would love to see Iron Mike fucking knock out like one of those lizard people aliens. And I have one specifically in mind. All right. And his name is Justin Bieber.
Yep, bringing it all home. Justin Bieber's too Japan for you, man. He's too Tokyo for you.
I don't know what that means. I really don't. Um, but yeah, so anyway, so I think we're pulling for Mike Tyson when he fights Jake Paul. We
I
hope
think
he
we're pulling
will
for
too.
Mike Tyson when he fights most people, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We like to play the odds here.
Honestly, Iron Mike, I don't want to die, so I'm pulling for you when you fight anybody ever.
Mm. Reminds me of a lot of other classic fights, like when Giuseppe stood up against Anatoly.
Oh, Mike was definitely Giuseppe. Jake Paul, you're Anatoly, you dick. Such a dick.
Such a dick. Such a dick. But it's finally time for the Giuseppe Stromboli Redo of the Week. This week, we're unofficially sponsored by the Phantom Baba. In honor of the famous remake of the popular series of books out of the UK, we honor the pool playing, bang noodle wielding, absolutely from New Jersey wizard with the Giuseppe Stromboli Redo of the Week. Again, unofficially sponsored by the Phantom Barber. The script went wild. Need a swell new do to woo your lady friends, but just don't have the time with all the sleeping you're doing. 8 hours is a long time, youngin'. Hire the Phantom Barber. The Phantom Barber will chop up your head at night, but not in the way you think. Wink, wink.
I'm glad that you did that voice. So this is actually off of a fucking true story. In 1942, a man called the Phantom Barber would break into people's fucking houses in Mississippi at night and cut their hair while they slept.
And they had no good water to drink back then either. Like, what the fuck?
Nothing's changed, but that actually makes his life harder. People say he was a bad guy for breaking into their houses. He didn't even have fucking water to like wet their hair before he cut it because it's Mississippi. This guy was a fucking magician.
Fucking magicians, man. All right. So this week we're not going to go to Mississippi, although we mentioned it a lot in this episode.
No weeks we're going to Mississippi. Fuck that place.
Oof.
People make fun of Alabama. Mississippi's the real shithole.
I used to live in Alabama. People in Alabama make fun of Mississippi.
That's what I'm saying. Mississippi sucks.
Holy shit. You want to go to a third world country, like anywhere in Mississippi, Gulf Coast, capital.
All of it. Every single place.
Every goddamn place. So this week we're not heading there. We're heading to jolly old England, specifically Newcastle, where a new Guinness World Record has been set. Okay. This is a big fucking deal. Okay. So don't even tell us otherwise. YouTuber Ross Tweddle, which with a name like Ross Tweddle, the only hope he had was setting a Guinness Book of World Records record.
So. I mean, it's his parents really set him up for something. Ross Tweddle, either you're going to take over the world or the world's going to take over you. There's only two ways it can go.
Grab life by the throat.
Or life will grab you by the throat. Yeah, there's two options.
So Jolio Ross Tweddle, yeah, he set out and okay, so that's a way I could make fun of other places too. Yeah, YouTuber Ross Tweddle set out and accomplished a never before done feat. Yeah, I'm making fun of English people. Yeah.
Hey,
the whole Japan thing didn't have it. Name 20 WWE wrestlers. That's Australian, but who cares? By their walkout music in 60 seconds, shattering the previous record of 18.
Oh.
Guinness will not be printing his record in the next book, but they still sent him a certificate he jokes that he can glue to the back of the book. All right, so this week,
back in the book.
This week we have two parts. I mean, we probably should have three. Like, what Guinness Book of World Records are you going to print out from your own printer and get some Elmer's glue and glue to the back of a fucking book?
Well, so it basically is the first part.
No, it is the first part. Except for you're totally making it up. The real first part was going to be, what 60-second world record are you breaking? Okay, I'm just saying, like, you can make up a fake record and glue it to the back of a Guinness Book of World Records and say, yeah, I did that.
Fair.
Yeah. So I guess this is a three-parter now. So what?
It evolves. The show evolves throughout the course for our hour and a half together every week.
It really does. We hope you enjoy it. The first part is, what fake record are you printing out for your Guinness Book of World Records? Actually, no. That's going to be the second part. The first part is going to be what you wrote in here. The what 60-second world record are you breaking? So let's just go ahead and start with what 60-second world record are you breaking? Go for it.
All right. I have a few options here. I have a few thoughts. One is most Pitbull songs listened to in a 60-second span, and the previous record, I assume, is probably two. So if I can get to three, I'm good.
So you're gonna pull up like three different like YouTube music apps and just play like different Pitbull songs on 2XL?
No, I'm gonna like be like, all right, I'm listening to Fireball, and it's just the intro. Okay, I gotta switch to the next song. I'm like, wait, but I gotta hear him say Fireball.
Man.
And then I go to the other one. I'm like, oh, wait, but I gotta let him say, darling. I can't switch yet. I can't do it. Oh, I want to get this record, but Pitbull just saves up for the build. All right. So that's one option here. Option number two, I think, is most Pokemon cards traded in 60 seconds in 2024. And that would just be one Pokemon card traded in 2024. If I traded one, I'd have that record. Um, and then I think finally, probably the piece de resistance
Oh,
is going off of our unanimous decision today. Most tigers stolen from that bitch in 60 seconds.
that
If I can
bitch.
steal 5 tigers in 60 seconds from Carol, that's a win.
That bitch Carol Baskins. Yep. Okay. So those are some good ones. So after hearing yours, I put in a new one.
Yeah,
So my world record,
I'm
um,
inspirational, I know.
yeah, you are. So my world record in 60 seconds, I am going to incorrectly name so many Pitbull songs. Nobody else can beat that record.
How many songs can I incorrectly name in 60 seconds?
Get manageable goals.
Fireball. Is this song called Smirnoff? I think this song's called Smirnoff.
This one's
Darling. Oh, this is the Florida International Walkout song. That's the name of it.
this is called Jack Daniels. Yep. Yep. So that's
Pretty sure
the
it's called Peaches by Justin Bieber. Go on.
peaches, 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 peaches.
I love you. Wow.
Never change Jack Black. Thank you for your service.
Ever. Not once.
Oh God. Okay. My before I actually answer, my life would be complete if Jack Black just came on to this show one time and played the saxoboom. That's all I want in life, other than an onion sponsorship. But I'm being greedy tonight. I'm being real greedy. So I think the other actual attempt that I would go for a world record within 60-second time frame would be eating the most chicken nuggets because come on, why the fuck not?
How
Shoot for
many?
the
All right. I'm going to add a question to this. How many chicken nuggets do you think the record is now?
48.
In 60 seconds? No way.
I think it is. You
I
told
think
me that
it's
number. What do you think?
how many chicken nuggets in 60 seconds? 100.
All right, you're looking it up.
Yeah.
Anticipation. Anticipation. Anticipate. Hey.
Let's see.
Anticipate. Hey.
Oh, fuck. We were
Anticipation.
both wrong.
Okay, what is it?
The world record for the most chicken nuggets eaten in 60 seconds is 19.
Then I fucking oh my. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, I'm just saying.
19. Oh my god. No. Okay, onion. The onion. I will try this. If you sponsor us, I will try this. The episode after you sponsor us, I will try and get 20 McNuggets for you in 60 seconds. I will fail miserably and you can make fun of me, but god damn it, just do it because that would be fucking gold. Okay. Okay, so the new modified second question is
Is who on this planet could eat more than 19 nuggets in 60 seconds? Because almost everybody's the answer to that.
yeah, I mean, come on. I will train for this like I train for the fucking wing fest.
Bite,
That
bite, swallow. Bite, bite, swallow. That's the second and a half. I feel like I can get 60 plus.
dude, holy shit, we found how the fuck did we find
19.
a way to get into the Guinness Book of World Records on this show? Oh my god. Yeah, tune in fucking next week. We might just try this because
Dude, in
I'm
all
fucking
seriousness,
training for this like I did the fucking wing fest
I would
when
get 20
fucking
wings
you and
between now and next Friday. Let's fucking rage.
dude, like I remember you and Spencer locking me in a fucking bathroom so I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't eat anything. Like, holy shit. Yeah, that's oh my god, that is fucking
Yep.
child's play. I love it.
19. Let's go.
Okay, so enough preview for next week. Let's get to the
We already have 4 topics. I don't even remember what they are, but we got them. Let's go.
I know, right?
One of them was who's to Tokyo for you. Anyway,
I'm not answering that. Um yeah, so the other question that was brought up is, what fake Guinness Book of World Records are you going to print out in your computer and glue to the back of a Guinness Book of World Record?
depends. Am I walking around with this book, I assume?
I mean, if you want.
Well, why else would I put it there if people weren't going to see it? I feel like I'm walking around with this book so people could see it. So, in this scenario, because I want other people to see it, I'm going to. All right, there's a train of thought on this one. Hear me out. The thing I'm going to print out is least carbons emitted in a 60-second period. Now, here's why. If I'm putting it on the back of a book, I have to go somewhere where people still read books. Where do people still read books? Coffee
Barnes and
shops.
Noble. Yeah,
Coffee
same thing.
shops. Same thing. There's actually fun fact. Maybe I'll take you when we go. In DC, there is a place that is a bookstore slash bar slash pizza shop. It's all three in one.
Oh
You can
my
take a
god, I
book
want to be
and
there.
I'll take you there. Anyway, so fun fact, who goes to coffee shops and bookstores? Hipsters. What do hipsters care about? Fucking green, bruh. So, least carbon emissions as a human in a 60-second period, I'll be the king of the hipsters. I'll make them fucking submit to my will. I don't even know what I want these hipsters to do yet, but they'll fucking do it. Be like, hey, hipsters, go get me 20 chicken nuggets so I can break a record, and they will bring me 20 nugs. I win, they lose, game blouses, which that right there is a blouse.
I mean, it was supposed to be a fake record that you could like go off of, but all right.
Is that not a fake record? Are you
If
actually
you're
going to
going to
less
try
carbon?
and do it,
If
I
you're
mean,
going to actually emit less carbons than other human beings, please, by all means, go for it.
oh, we're gonna have a carbon off.
A carb off. Wait, hang on. That actually sounds. Actually, our chicken nugget would be a carb off. Then we'll have a carb in off after.
Oh, okay. So that's one option for it. I'm gonna put in there that I was the fastest man alive to run a mile.
A 45-second mile.
Fuck that. Go for fucking gold. 37-second mile.
Break this, you sane, you dick.
Hussein, bitch. Mike Tyson's my friend, Hussein. Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna add you one here. I'm gonna have the Guinness World Record as the only man ever to knock out Mike Tyson.
In
And if he comes
37
at
seconds.
me, I'm gonna use the Guinness World Record book to block his punch. No, Mike.
You have your trainer who just holds up the sheet and it has glue on it, so he punches it on there for you. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Thanks. This is never coming off now.
Just fucking beat him with the book. It does nothing, but who cares? It's on there anyways. Okay, so this one is a little bit different, but goes back to the prompt a little bit more than the last one. And in the prompt, is 20 wrestler songs identified in 60 seconds, which, hey, that's impressive. So what wrestler would you be and what would your theme music / finishing move be? Name one hero, and one heel or villain for this.
I like the heel comment there. All right. I'm going to go to the good guy first because that's the layup. Obviously, my good guy wrestler is going to be Detective Alan Gamble. And my finishing move is going to be the desk pop, where I take out a calculator and I slap him with it. And then I tell him all about how if I were a tuna, I would fuck his lying girlfriend. Um, that's my good guy. People would definitely get behind that.
What? Who on earth would get behind that as a good guy?
You wouldn't get behind that?
No,
Why not? You'd be like, whoa, bro, this
you're
guy
fucking
knows
people with
accounting.
tunas.
This guy knows accounting. He knows about the animal kingdom. That's not how I expected that to go. Obviously, this guy's my hero. I want to get behind this guy. He's
Oh,
never done wrong in his life. He audited his parents when he was 13. This guy's the fucking best guy ever.
oh God. I obviously did not understand this prompt because I was gonna go with fucking Inspector Gadget
Yes, you're a good guy or you're a bad guy?
is as my good guy, obviously,
Why? Go
because
ahead.
he's Inspector fucking Gadget. He goes and fucking saves people, and he's like a fucking AI version of you know
Who's he saving? This is professional wrestling.
he's saving the crowd from a not entertaining fight. First of all, sir, because he's gonna let the other guy like wail on him for a while. And over here, he's like solving fucking mysteries and shit. He's like, huh, okay, I figured out who Jack the Rapper is. And over here, John Cena's like, oh, he can't see me, he can't see me. And then all of a sudden, he fucking goes, go, gadget, fist to the fucking face, and goddamn fucking knocks him out. And then he just walks out like, dun
So,
dun dun dun, AI bitch, and walks away. Yeah.
all right. So my heel, arguably, is a heel the WWE is not ready for.
Oh
I
god.
really don't think the WWE is ready for this villain because they just can't handle it. My heel is Buzz Killington, the realist. Now, what does he do? He points out the flaws in every other professional wrestler. So, for example, they're like, oh, Buzz Killington, the realist, is taking on The Undertaker this week. And he'd walk out into the ring and be like, actually, The Undertaker's never buried a single person in the history of his professional career, which means that he's not technically an Undertaker. Also, Undertakers don't actually bury the man, they just watch over the graveyard. The family is typically who buries the individual.
So the heel is just the worst fucking lecture giver of all time.
Basically, he'd be taking on Undertaker's brother, Kane, and he'd be like, actually, Kane doesn't walk with a cane. He walks properly. Anyone who walks with a cane is actually technically called a paraplegic or a handicap, which means that his name itself is actually wrong for someone who would be in that situation. I just think he'd be like the guy who, like, you'd walk out there and it'd be like, hey, Buzz Killington, you come out here, you don't love America. And then he'd walk out there and be like, actually, sir, now that we are in the ring together and I look at you, as someone who claims that they love America, if you did, you would not do all of the steroids. You would leave them for those around you so that they could also have steroids and give to the weak.
So what is Buzz Killington's walkout music?
Oh, obviously, Buzz Killington's walkout music is any song by Megan Trainor ever. Probably all about that bass. And he'd walk out and be like, actually, sir, Mr. Cena, first off, I can see you. And
Because I'm all
secondly,
about that bass, all that bass, and that java.
obviously they're playing that in between, and then it comes back down low again, and he's like, and also, you're not about any bass nor treble, bitch. And then it goes all about that bass.
No, wow, that was way too active for Megan Trainor. It's supposed to be about that bass, about that bass, about that bass, how about that
Yeah,
java.
exactly.
Yeah. All right. All right. That's a,
Yep.
that's a
Yep.
really good walkout song.
If you're gonna be a heel, it's the best walkout song.
Holy shit. Okay. So, um, I think, and this one kind of hurts me a little bit, but it's the funniest one I can think of at this exact moment. Um, my one villain character is Batman.
Not Anatoly Smorin.
Okay, let me take this back for a second. And I'm not going to select Anatoly Smorin. I just need another second to think about it. Let's go with Matt Damon as Daredevil is my villain character.
Not Ben Affleck as Daredevil.
No, Matt Damon. No, because he steals the role and does somehow a worse job about it. Like, he actually thinks it's beautiful mind, but he's dressed in the Daredevil costume. And Robin Williams is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you dressed up like this? And you're all up in here doing things on the board. And, like just going all Robin Williams on his ass. But he still kind of like keeps the whole like 2000s Daredevil thing going, trying to, you know, be Batfleck.
All right. I'm gonna raise you one here.
All right.
All right, so in this scenario, John Cena is Daredevil, and the reason why is you can't see him, so now I can't see you. Now, who in this scenario is the villain for John Cena if he is Daredevil?
Ooh. So who's Big Boss?
Who's Big Boss if John Cena can't see you? And I have a very simple answer, but I'm curious for yours.
Ooh. I think it's got to be Hulkamania.
Oh, what you gonna do when the Hulkamania can't be seen by you, brother?
And it's NWO Hulk. Okay. Like the first time that he comes
Bad guy
out.
Hulk? Yeah.
Yeah. First time heel Hulk just comes out like, yeah, brother, I'm coming for you.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, Daredevil, let me help you walk across this street." And he like takes his hand and then like pulls it away and kicks his cane and he's like, "Good luck getting across the rest of the street, brother."
And then he walks back and like he tags someone in and he's like, let me introduce you to someone, Mad Murdock. This is my lawyer and he's better than you because he can read.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. My answer for who would the bad guy be if John Cena was Daredevil is just David Copperfield. I can't see you. No, you can't.
And of course, in this Daredevil scenario, the only theme music has got to be Wake Me Up by Evanescence. That's it.
Every time anything happens,
But
ever.
it's only the one part where it's like, oh, this time I can't believe I couldn't see, and it's just on repeat. That's the whole fucking
Couldn't
walkout.
see.
Yeah, yeah. And once again, goddamn, this has come up in at least 3 episodes at this point. If you haven't seen the 2000s Daredevil recently and you thought this show was offensive, go watch that one and come back to us.
That's bold. That's bold.
Oh, it is bold indeed, as we are every week. But let's go ahead and close this one out for Floral Foolishness.
Sports.
Oh, yeah. Where it's always, we could add an onion in front of this, the onion island time.
Where it's always Onion Island. I London time. I London.
Oh, yes. So we're over in Linden. It's 7 hours ahead.
You sound like you're from London.
You sound like you're eating mashed potatoes out of your boot there, aren't you? Yeah. So we thank you for joining us. I don't know where that came from. And we hope you had as much fun as we did.
I don't know where any of it comes from, but hey, you remember, don't butt chug like the Duke men's basketball team.
We didn't even bring that up in that segment. That's fantastic. That might be why they're dehydrated. We're going to continue hydrating by our own accords. I'm Stotsy. He's Phelpsy. Oh, Dragon Wrangling, as always, you stay tropical. Dover, Delaware, home of the Monster Mile. It's a fun track. You should go see it if you think you might
Fun
want to get
track.
into
It's a
NASCAR.
super boring city, but yes.
They have a big monster outside. Good night and good luck.